going to start right at the beginning here, and let me add my face back on screen. Let's go.
To this and how you can do it too and make it easy.
Easy is a trigger,
hey guys,
is a red flag for me as well.
ProPhysique.com. In today's video, I want to take a minute to explain to you exactly how you can get the physique of your dreams and how it can be actually easy. Because today's question that I got from my Instagram direct message, which I'll put right here on the screen. If you want to send me a question, you can go to my Instagram direct message and do so. I want to address to the person sending me the question exactly how we do it. So we're going to go by the steps. Now, there is certainly work that goes into making getting shredded easy. So I don't want you to think that you can continue to play video games, sleep all day, be lazy, eat like crap, and have this transformation. But
okay, so that is a really good sign. I mean, obviously, look at the guy. He clearly has fantastic genetics, knows what he's doing, at least to some extent. So I'm really happy to hear that. You can't be lazy and just, he's not saying this is a miracle. Whatever he's about to tell us is a miracle. So that's good.
What I'm going to talk to you about is how you can make the transformation easy on yourself and why, in all actuality, it should be pretty easy. So here's the question that I got. Love your content and how easy you make it look. I'm 180 centimeters tall, 5'11", 79 pounds, 12.5 stone. Between 20 and 22% body fat, wanting to get lean, walking 10,000 steps a day, do full body workouts 3 days a week. What sort of macros should I eat to get lean? That's a good question, very fair question. But I can't give you the macros unless you tell me how many calories you're actually eating. So what I want you to do is go right here to my free calorie calculator. I'll put it on the screen here. If you go to ProPhysique.com, I've got a calorie calculator in there. You put some information in, you give me your calories, I'll tell you what your macros should be, but I'm going to tell you anyway, because let's just assume you got your calories and you're watching this video, or maybe you pulled it up in a side window and you're like, hey, well, I'm curious what my calories should be. Here's the math equation for you to figure out your calories very easily. And I'm working with my digital guy to get you guys a macro calculator, because I get this question so often. So I'm thinking about you guys here, but let's start with protein. Set your protein at your goal weight. That's right. Whatever your goal weight is, if you are already at your goal weight, that's great. Hit your protein. Now,
okay, I really like that tip. Setting your protein at your goal weight. If you are 400 pounds and you're trying to get down to, 200, you don't need 400 grams of protein. What he's going to end up saying here is 1 gram per pound of body weight of your goal weight. That's good. I don't think you absolutely need that much. Certainly recommend it, but I don't think you need that much. So that's something to keep in mind.
Protein, we can work out as 4 calories per gram. So let's say your goal weight is 200 pounds. That's 800 calories from protein. The next thing we want to do from our math equation is take from our calories and make sure that 25% of our calories are coming from fat. That's a great number, okay? Is it absolutely what everyone should do all the time? No, but it's a great starting place. I also have a kind of a threshold. Don't go below 35 grams of fat per day. And then any leftover calories that you have, that's right, carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are not the enemy. Carbohydrates are our friends. When you control fat, I find that carbohydrates are highly anabolic. They're great at protein sparing. They're great for performance. Heck, they even keep our muscles looking full.
Okay, so that is, so I'm loving everything I'm hearing so far. I believe I stopped just before this prior, because this feels like I'm watching this for the first time. Maybe I forgot a little bit, but so far here, I'll get a better face for him there. That didn't work. So far, he has said everything very, very good. And I just want to go over that real quick. So in general, the way that I coach it is going to be 1 gram per pound of body weight of your goal weight in protein. So if your goal is 180, we're going to eat 180. If your goal as a female is 120, 130, then that's what we're going to be aiming for. I don't tell people that, that they failed or anything if they don't get there. Anywhere from half a gram per pound of body weight up to a gram of per pound of body weight, even beyond that, is fine. So it's pretty easy to get enough protein, and it's not too hard to get 1 gram per pound of body weight. Fat and carbs, I'm not so big on caring if the fat is a certain amount. You're going to probably get enough fat. And I mean, just, if you're keeping track of it, as he said, don't go below 30, 35, something like that. But you don't want to get crazy low. But about 25%, I think, is what he said, of your calories coming from fat. That's fine. It could be a little bit higher if you tend to be a fat eater. Cheeses, fattier meats, fattier fish, whatever. But in general, keeping the fat lower is going to allow you to eat more food, because fat is very calorie dense. So in general, you will be eating less. As he said, and this is my favorite part, at the very end of that little part that I just showed you there, he said that carbs are not the enemy. The rest of them should be carbs, and that is great. They are protein sparing. Why? Because your body uses carbohydrates as energy. So if you don't have enough carbs, it will turn to your muscle if it needs it quicker. There's this common misconception that with keto and everything being so prevalent, that your body will just turn to your fat if you don't have any carbs. That's not true if it needs energy faster. If it needs energy faster, for instance, during a high intensity workout or not literal high intensity, but moderate intensity and up, instead of pulling from fat, it doesn't have time to break down that fat. So it will turn to your muscle. It'll turn to your protein. So carbs are muscle sparing. Muscle sparing means you carry more muscle. Your metabolism is naturally higher. It is a very metabolic tissue. So you want to spare that muscle, and it will help in your long-term goals for losing fat in order to take in carbs. He's also about to talk about the fullness of muscle. So you'll just feel better whenever you have enough carbs. So I cannot stress this enough. I love this point. Get enough carbs. They are not the enemy. They're going to help you lose fat. It comes down to calories, not carbs, fats, and proteins. You need enough protein, and you need to be in a calorie deficit. That's it. The rest will kind of take care of itself, especially when a person is learning at first how to lose weight and how to grocery shop better. And they're going to different places in the grocery store, and they're trying to meal prep food. And it's just a lot on the plate at once. No pun intended there. It's a lot on the plate at one time. And that's why people tend to overdo it, and then they just quit and they revert back to old habits, and it's an all or none principle. So don't stress out too much about the macros. Get enough protein, 0.5 gram per pound of body weight, up to 1 gram, and a little bit beyond even. And if you're in a developed country, United States, Canada, where most of my viewers are going to be, Europe, you're getting enough protein. So really, it boils down to calories. You don't have to worry about it too much. And I know that's triggering for some people, but don't stress yourself out with it. I promise. I coach all my clients this way, and they're all losing weight. So yeah, don't worry too much about protein, carbs, and fats. Let's hop back into this guy's video.
Probably pop a video up here of when I've been training in the gym. Believe me, it's on 300-400 grams of carbs a day. Muscle bellies, if you think of the muscle belly as like a balloon, carbohydrates and water fill those balloons up to make them look bigger, fuller, harder. You look leaner. Carbohydrates are your friend. So do me a favor, guys. Leave a comment below if you would be interested in a free macro calculator. I've spent the better part of my life, 25 years, in the gym trying to put on muscle, struggling, trying to figure things out. And here's what I figured out along the way. The first reason that getting lean is easy or simple for me, well, because I keep it simple. I do things over and over. I set up my life, my day, my routine, so I don't have to think too much. In
general, that's a very good tip. Eating the same breakfast, we tend to eat the same 1, 2, or 3 breakfasts. I'm not sure if that's exactly what he's going to start talking about, but having routines is really good. Not having to figure it out all the time. Keeping things simple. And that is really a good topic to be discussed right here, is how complicated is weight loss? And now I can kind of see where he's getting at with this whole easy term he's throwing around. He might mean simple. Weight loss is simple. It's not easy. I wouldn't use that term, but it is simple, and you should make it as easy and as simple on yourself as possible. And what I mean by that is, number one, we have got to be focused on calories in and calories out. So we have to know what is coming into the body. We need to be food logging. If you're not food logging, get to food logging, because you have to know what's coming in. That way, you know how much exercise you should be doing. And really, your exercise, it is whatever your exercise is. If you can exercise 5 days a week, go ahead and do that. And then you'll know how many calories to take in. If you're losing weight, then you just keep with your calories that you've been taking in. If you've been eating 1,600 calories and you're losing a pound of body fat a week, keep it up. There's no reason to change. If you are, maintaining, which is a common thing, you rarely are you going to be working out and making all these changes and gaining. It might be your body freaking out or something, to give it time. Usually you're not going to be gaining. But if you are maintaining, then you would want to adjust your calories. If you're taking in 1,800 calories or we'll say, if you're a male taking in 2,200 calories and you're working out and you are finding that you're just stagnant for 2 weeks in a row, 3 weeks in a row, well, it's time to drop those. Probably if you're completely flat, probably about 500 calories. So, you'd want to make that adjustment, but it's really that simple. You eat less, you exercise more. I don't want to make it sound easy, but it is that simple. And exercise, we can get into, in other videos of mine, and in the future, we can get into best types of cardio and stuff like that. But cardio is good for fat burn. It burns straight up calories whenever you go into the gym and you are burning the most calories possible. You are probably doing cardio. You're not going to burn a bunch of calories lifting weights. So lifting weights is the worst way to lose body fat. Why would you do it then? I said this a little bit earlier in the video, and that is that you want to spare your muscle, because the best way, the most calories come from the rest of your day. No matter how hard your workout was, you're going to burn more calories existing the other 23 hours of the day, or 22, however many hours you worked out, however many hours are left in the day, you are going to be burning the most calories during those hours. Your muscle helps you burn more calories. Just sitting there and existing, just laying down, sleeping, eating, anything you're doing, you're burning more because of your muscle. So you want to keep your muscle. It's very important to weight lift for long-term progress. You don't want to lose your muscle, lose your metabolism, and get stuck. But the best way to lose weight is cardio. So calories in, calories out, do more cardio if you're not losing weight, or lower your calories, or best of both worlds, a combination of both, and you will lose weight. It's as simple as that. Let's go ahead and hop right back into the video and see how he finishes off this point.
Really difficult thing about fitness for most of us is that we're constantly trying to figure things out as we go. If you had a plan that was actually working, you could set it and forget it. So get into a good routine. Yes, I say it's easy to get shredded, but it would not have been easy for me to get shredded in my 20s when I was trying to go out drinking a couple nights a week, when I was missing, workout and cardio sessions, when I was actually more interested in other aspects. So first things first, check yourself right now. Do you really want to be shredded? Do you really want to dedicate a lot of time to meal prepping, to being in the gym? Because if you don't, then stop fooling yourself.
This is some good stuff. I'm liking this guy. This guy is fantastic so far. I was really worried about his channel. But this is great. He's right. Check yourself at the door. Are you willing? It takes effort. It takes meal prepping. It takes saying no to binge drinking. It takes, at the Super Bowl, your days of consuming 30 beers during that game are probably done. That's if literally that's all you did all year, you'd be fine. But it's that mentality of, Super Bowl, Christmas, special events, my birthday, my friend's birthday, my whatever. If you do need to kind of check your ask yourself, do you have realistic expectations? Are you trying to be shredded? Now, the good news, that is my dog. Sorry about that. Oh, you can see him right there. The good news here is that you don't have to be shredded to feel awesome. The viewers of my channel, I don't know about his channel, but the viewers of my channel are typically going to be people who are overweight or obese and just trying to look better and feel better. They're not trying to be shredded. And that's okay. That is totally fine. If your goal, let's say you're 350 pounds and you're thinking, man, I would love to be 250. That would be fantastic. You could maintain 250 the rest of your life. You'd probably still be overweight, but you'd feel fantastic comparatively. And then by the time you got there, you might be like, you know what? 200 sounds good. And enjoy 200. Eat it up. Maybe you're 180 and you're carrying some good muscle, and this is a male. You're carrying some decent muscle. You're lean. You're going to go on the beach. You're going to have a good time, but you're not going to be shredded. And that is okay. Ask yourself if this is something you're willing to really press into, because that's what it is going to take. And that's okay if the answer is no. So let's go ahead and hop right back into it.
Stop clicking on videos with catchy titles and thumbnails that say getting shredded is easy and getting lean is easy. But understand that from the perspective of me, it is easy. Why? I've been doing this 25 years and I don't have a lot of noise in my life out.
You know, it's ironic. I tried to pause it and I kept messing up there. It's ironic that he was just talking about titles, thumbnails that say things about easy, but his information's good. So
Outside of my daily routine, I get up every day and do cardio. I have the same breakfast. I cook all my meals on the weekend. I'm going to go to the fridge and grab meals out of the fridge each day. I'm not trying to hit my macros by hitting a bunch of junk foods and things that are going to throw me off my plan.
Again, that's a really good point. I want to hit on that real quick, and I switched to the wrong screen. So weekend meal prep, like, that's just kind of going back to the last thing of check yourself at the door. Are you prepared on Sundays? We'll just pick Sunday to meal prep for 5 hours. I mean, the Sunday scaries are a thing. You got to go work Monday. It's kind of disappointing whenever you're like, I have been meal prepping forever. I'm still cooking here, you know, because you're not cooking one meal just to eat it and be done. You're cooking meals for the week. That's how I do it. I know Greg Doucette, he says that that's kind of unrealistic to cook meals for your whole week, but I don't know. I do it for the entire week. I mean, Friday, Saturday, we're getting a bit lean, having to get creative on food sometimes, but I meal prep from Sunday all the way through most Saturday, and then I go grocery shopping, and we might cook Saturday's meal fresh just to have something fresh. But meal prepping, it is, you know, be ready for it. It really is going to help. Again, you don't have to be perfect, though. It's not an all or nothing thing here. You're not, if you don't meal prep, well, you're not going to make it. You're going to make it most of the way. You know, like the 80% of, think of your best physique, or, you know, what you would be happy with. Imagine that in your mind. You can get 80 to 90% of the way there with some simple stuff. You don't have to be perfect. But if you want to get shredded, it really starts to take some effort. And meal prepping certainly helps you get 80%. I'm not saying that is not beneficial. Certainly it is beneficial, but that's a great point. And I just wanted to hit on that real quick. So let's go back into the video.
I keep it simple. And this is where most people get it wrong. They overcomplicate it. They're trying to do fancy styles of cardio, fancy styles of workout. Listen, the weights are the weights. You pick them up, you put them down, okay? You move them.
Truth.
They're not inventing new exercises, all right? So it's pretty simple. Do the exercises that work. And if you don't know what exercises to do, I've also got a free training program for you. I'll put a link below. Free. Just take it, because they're not making
I'll also write you
new exercises. They're talking a lot about the science of, should you train heavy? Should you train light? Should you take rest days? Guess what? You can figure that out for yourself. You can see what works for you. You can just get in the gym. Don't get paralyzed by analyzing too much information and thinking.
Yeah. This is good. The fitness industry, why is weight loss difficult? Because they make it difficult. They want you to be, I mean, think about it. You wouldn't need any of their products. You wouldn't need, I mean, okay, there's some helpful things. Protein powder is helpful, but most things out there, they're gimmicky. You wouldn't need any of those products. You wouldn't need to sign up for these people's workout programs. You wouldn't need to watch these people's information if it was as simple as they're making it sound. And luckily, they're giving me a job, because my job now is to re-simplify it along with this guy. Apparently, our job is to re-simplify it. So thank you to those people who are complicating it. It's not complicated. And I love how he used that example. Should you lift heavy? Should you lift light? Should you have rest days? Should you hit shoulders on their own day? Stop with all of that. Calories in, calories out. Heavy cardio, well, heavier cardio, 150 minutes a week would be good, 180 minutes, something like that. And then hit all of your muscles at least one time a week, preferably twice a week in the gym, weightlifting. Done. Do that. And if you see your graph going up, if you see that you are gaining weight, we need to increase the cardio or decrease the calories, or both. If you see that you are flat, same thing. You need to, just by a lesser degree, you need to decrease the calories or increase the cardio. And if you're losing weight, you just stay there. You just keep doing it. The key to weight loss and the simplicity behind weight loss and losing weight and feeling your best, looking your best, and all that stuff is longevity. It's hitting a birthday and eating not so great and getting back on the horse. It's day in, day out doing this stuff. And whenever you do it right, and I talk a lot about Coach Greg Coach Greg Doucette's cookbook. I believe in that cookbook. I mean, I'm not kidding. Hope this isn't like blasphemous. I don't think it is. You got the Bible for me, and you got Greg Doucette's cookbook. You got Jesus Christ, and you got Greg Doucette. The guy's fantastic. His information has really changed my life. And that might not be the order for you. I'm not saying that's the order in life. I'm saying that for me, seriously, the Bible, Greg Doucette's cookbook 2.0. And in that cookbook, I'm getting to a point here. In that cookbook, he talks about low calorie dense foods, or he has a lot of recipes for low calorie dense foods. And what that means is you can eat a bunch. I'm not kidding. The amount of ice cream, the amount of ice cream that it would fit in this 350 calories would be in this thing. These jugs are awesome, by the way, but 350 calories of ice cream is in this thing. It's delicious. It's not as good as Ben & Jerry's. Ben & Jerry's, 350 calories, that might be 700 calories. It's ridiculous. It might be an exaggeration, but come on. Low calorie dense foods. You're able to eat a bunch of stuff. These concepts are simple, but it's a day in, day out thing. Consistency. Getting back on the horse. Allowing yourself to fail. And it's not failure if it's part of the plan. I get more into this and other stuff, and there's a lot here. But weight loss really is simple. I would replace his use of the word easy with simple, but I totally get what he's getting at, and I love this. So let's keep on going in. This is gold information to help you guys. So we're going to watch this whole thing. This is taking a while, but that's okay.
It's too hard. No, this is a journey for you, about you. If you really love it, it gets quite simple. Do some cardio, train with high frequency, eat well, and do it over a long period of time and set yourself up. Make sure you're getting sleep and recovery. That's why it's simple for me, because it's just a part of my day. Willpower, the willpower to hit your calories and not go over, the willpower to go to the gym, that is fleeting. That goes away. You're going to be very motivated. Sometimes you're going to go through a situation where you go through a breakup. We call that the breakup body, right? You get back in the gym. Yeah, I'm going to show them they really made a mistake by leaving me.
I like that. The breakup body. Have a comment here. That last point is huge. I used to think if I deviated from my program because I was just listening to my body and training intuitively, I was being weak in quotes there. Yeah. No, I mean, no, I'm just going to leave that. Comment's fantastic. Let's go and get back in the video. And thank you, Willie. Old friend of mine. Love Willie.
Me, you get shredded. Why did that work? Well, because you had a lot of willpower. Every single day you said, I'm not going to eat that cheesecake because I don't want Sarah to see me looking sloppy. And I'm going to get a better girlfriend. I'm going to come back more muscle, more money, and they're going to be jealous. Well, that willpower is something that all of us have for short periods of time. But if you rely on willpower over the long period, well, willpower is fleeting. Okay. Even self-control is fatiguing. Just the idea of being in control of our emotions all day, it comes to a point for most of us, either at the end of the day or the end of the week, where we don't want to have self-control. Think about that. Self-control, just like working out, is fatiguing. So if it's fatiguing.
Dude, this guy's preaching. He's a pastor. Not really. Not trying to be blasphemous again. But what a fantastic point. Willpower. Let's talk about willpower. You do run out of it. I mean, there's literal studies with children, which is like the best thing to study, not like research or drugs or anything like that. Behavioral studies. That's what I was going for. The best behavior, the best thing to study or person to study for behavior is children, I think, because they're pure. They don't have all this garbage blocking them or changing the way, or, they think someone's judging them or whatever. It's a pure reaction. And there are studies of children who were told that they would get a reward, or maybe they would get another cookie if they didn't eat the cookie in front of them. And then the adult would leave the room and they would just wait the kid out. Very low percentage of them was able to wait a full 5 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever. This is a child we're talking about. So their willpower has got to be a little bit less than us who can white knuckle our way to victory. That's a joke because it never works. But Those kids ran out of willpower to resist that cookie, even knowing that if they waited long enough for the adult to come back, and they didn't have a timer in front of them or anything, if they waited long enough for the adult in the room to come, the researcher to come back, that they would get 2 cookies. They couldn't even hold out. And that is a reflection of our willpower in our lives as well. That is why you run out. And I love how he said that. I've never thought about it that way. But willpower is, to have willpower is great. You can do that for short periods of time. I'm not saying that's unhealthy. That's awesome. But to depend on that, I'm going to white knuckle through this, and just, that's my life now. It is fatiguing. You run out. I mean, it takes energy and effort. You have to be in a place where you're happy with your diet and your program and your routine. And you can literally, honestly tell yourself, I can do this forever. I can work out this way forever. I can eat this way forever. It's not just a diet thing. I remember my workouts used to be, and I liked them for sports, for hockey. I really liked it. The high intensity stuff, sandbags, sprints, hill sprints, training in sand. But now, I mean, I'm not old by any means, but I'm 28. And, my back will start to hurt a little bit more or something. I don't want to force I can't do that forever. And whenever I do that workout and I leave stumbling the next day or hobbling along the next day, I know that I can't do that forever. And then I'm going to dread the next workout. So I've given those super high intensity workouts, I've given that up. I mean, every once in a while I'll do it. It is fun, but it's not my plan to do it forever. And so you need to apply yourself in doing a good job of understanding or of analyzing your own, of being truthful with yourself. Can I do this diet forever? Can I do this workout forever? And then I like to take that word diet out of your vocabulary. I know we're getting a little too deep into the woods on that. Maybe you love, whatever. I've had people say, well, technically it is a diet. I don't care what the definition is. What I'm implying there is that if you can live this way forever, are you really dieting, or is it just the way you eat? And so love that point. I absolutely love that point. And I think that's super important. Let's go ahead and get back in the video.
What are we going to do when it's the end of the day? When most people are going to have diet slip-ups, it's because they don't want to think about what they have to eat. They just want to go get something, whatever looks good, sounds good, tastes good. But guess what? I already know what I'm eating. So even though I'm fatigued at the end of the day, it's less fatiguing for me to just go in and eat the food that I've already prepared than it is for me to try to figure something out. And this is the magic of why things are easy or seem easy for me. They're not still easy, but I'm doing the work ahead of time to make my life easier down the road.
Mm-hmm. And what he's specifically referencing here is the easiness of not having to make a decision. When you are already tired, grumpy, you're hungry at that point, you have something for work that's important that needs to be done right away. It always needs to be done right away. What are you going to do if you have to cook something? You're not going to cook. And what he's saying is he just made it simple and easy. That there is the proper use of the word easy. He made it easy for himself to make the right choice. And that is a great tip for you guys as well.
Is cardio easy for me? No, it's not easy. It's still effort. Is the gym easy for me? No, but I've learned over the years that the repercussions from not getting my cardio in, not hitting my calories, and not working out are worse. I don't like the way I look. I don't like the way I feel. I'm a better person for myself and for those around me. Sometimes it's good to be a little bit narcissistic. Put yourself first. How many of you listening to this video right now worry about everybody else and never put yourself first? I promise you, the people in your life that really love you and care about you, they want you to be happy. So it helps to be a little bit narcissistic, a little bit self-centered. Take care of yourself. Say things like, hey, I need to go to the store and prepare my meals. I'm sorry, I can't go out drinking right now. Take control of the things that you want to do. Don't worry about what
are you ready for that? And then, he's right. You should focus on, perfect. But are you ready to tell your friends that? It doesn't have to be all the time. Come on. It's not 100%. But sometimes that is it. Like if I go out drinking tonight, I am going to wake up on Monday and have nothing to meal prep. So good stuff there. I am really enjoying this guy's video. I am so pleasantly surprised that this guy's good coach.
other people think, and they're going to get on board. They're going to go, damn. I remember when I made the switch, I was 32 years old. I was working in an office. I was going out with my friends every night of the week. And all of a sudden I said, I'm going to do a bodybuilding show. And I stopped pounding shots at the bar. I started drinking Diet Cokes when I was out with my friends. And I remember that transition and thinking, man, I'm really letting my friends down. Guess what? Nobody was let down. They all rooted for me. I still had fun with my friends, but I now had goals. I also started focusing on things that made me happy. And guess what? I became a better friend.
I don't find that to be true. I find my friends do not support me whatsoever. They want me drinking with them, but I don't have a lot of fitness friends, so I don't know. Maybe he does.
A better brother, a better son, a better employee, a better YouTuber. So you get the point, guys. It's easy because it's something we care about. Don't try to convince yourself that it should be easy if it's something that it's just you're not that interested in, if it's not your focus. If you watch the people that have the most success.
If your health is a side project, you're not going to succeed in it. I mean, think of the last side project you have. Anything. You know, you read your Bible once a week, you're not going to grow close to God. I mean, if you're half in, half out, you're lukewarm, as it says in Revelation. Christ is a bit aggressive there. He says he's going to spit you out of his mouth. I'm not saying that with fitness, but you're not going to succeed if this is half in, half out. You need to learn the grocery store. You need to learn where to go in the grocery store. You need to learn how to prep the food. You need to learn all these things. This takes time. Don't be intimidated by that. You'll get there. But it really starts to become simple. And as he's saying easy, he is pulling me into agreeing with his use of the word easy. I see what he's saying now, and I'm so pleasantly surprised. I thought it was going to be quick and easy, you know, a get ripped quick scheme. The things he's saying is on point. So let's go ahead and finish this out. Oh wait, we still have a few minutes left. We'll see.
In something like fitness, or maybe all walks of life. Maybe this is just a microcosm of a bigger macrocosm that is our lives, is that when you focus on something that you truly enjoy and truly brings value and makes you happy in here, it just makes it easier. But trying to look for that one pill, that one new exercise, that one detox diet to get you to your fitness goals, it's never going to work, okay? Those things seem simple, but actually, in the long term, they make things worse for you. So why is it so simple for me? Why does it seem so simple? Because my life is on repeat, man. This is what I love to do. I enjoy doing things, okay? I've found a way. If your life isn't set up for success, look around you. Go like, why am I doing this? Okay,
let's talk about this. I need to switch back to this view. Let's talk about this. So he loves doing this. And that is, I've said this before, another key to weight loss. I say this all over my channel, is enjoying what you're doing. You have got to enjoy your fitness. You have got to enjoy your health. And so let's give a bigger reason than to be ripped or to look good. You know, you want to be confident out at your wife's family events. You want to feel confident there, whatever. Be around for your daughter. You want to walk her down the aisle. You want to be around for great grandkids. You want to perform better at your job. Pick something. For me, it is that God commands that I treat my body, which is the temple of the Holy Spirit, with respect. It is his possession, and I am to give him my best foot forward. It also happens to be my career, and I represent Christ in my career, so I need to take care of myself. And so that is a big why for me, finding your big why. I usually don't like that, you know, it just sounds so cliche, but it's true. Finding your big why, or finding your why beyond just fitness for the sake of fitness and health for the sake of health, but feeling better, looking your best, being confident. For me, it is my faith in Jesus Christ that fuels and spurs that on, because I am the temple of the Holy Spirit, and I want to treat the temple with respect. And so that is just a great thing to focus on, is a why beyond fitness. It can start off though, so don't take this the wrong way. It can start off very shallow. I want to look better. I want to get the girl. I want to get the guy. It can start off that way, but I promise as you get more into this, you are going to start loving the actual lifestyle. That's when you've really won, because you're going to fall. You're going to fall off a little bit, but if you love it, you're going to get right back to it. If you love reading and you don't read for a week, you're not going to stop reading. You love it. So if you love exercise and fitness and taking care of yourself and feeling great about yourself and whatever your why is, being around, and you're seeing that, man, I'm healthier than ever. I'm able to go to the zoo now and walk around everywhere and still lift my granddaughter on my shoulders so she can see the bear. Made that whole situation up, but let's say that really resonates with you. And then you stop for a week because you go to Florida. You're going to get right back on it because you love it and you've experienced the joys of putting your granddaughter on your shoulders. So very, very important. You got to have a why beyond fitness, and that will come. Just let it naturally happen. It'll start to come out of you. And if it doesn't, hit me up. We'll figure it out together.
I have an office here. It's called the Pro Physique Studio. Guess how far it is from my house? Like 3 miles. So I intentionally want my day to be very, very easy to navigate. If I had to drive an hour to work every day, that would drive me crazy. That'd be 2 hours of my life wasted in a car. Okay, but I know people that do that, and maybe that's the situation you're in and you're stuck. But look for opportunities to solve problems. When my kids were born, I was losing time. I wasn't able to get to the gym, and I was like, what do I do now? I need to figure this out because I'm struggling. I get up every day at 5 o'clock. Yeah, I know, 5 o'clock, wake up, Paul, we've heard it before. But for me, I was a late night guy. I was up till 3 or 4 every night. But then I found out after my kids were born, like, man, I'm really missing out on a lot of stuff here because I'm sleeping in until 9, 10 a.m. before I go to work. Get up at 5, get all my stuff done early, more time for me to do things like spend time with my family, get my workouts in, and also prep meals, be planning ahead. My day is easy because I plan it ahead. It's not easy because I just allow things to happen to me. There's only really 2 things you can control in your life, and that's how you prepare for something and how you respond when something happens, okay? That's the only 2 things you control. And if you respond poorly to something happening, did you prepare properly? Okay, I understand.
Yeah, that's good. That's good stuff too. This will be my last point probably. I don't know, unless something else awesome is said, but this whole video is great. And I was totally, like a great example, I was totally unprepared on Easter, this past Easter Sunday. I've never eaten that bad. I haven't eaten that bad. I mean, I haven't eaten that bad in a long time because I was told dinner would be at 3. I hope certain people aren't watching this, but or don't end up seeing this. I was told dinner would be at 3. It was not at 3. I skipped lunch for that because 3, come on, that's a weird time. I mean, it's kind of normal for Easter, but I was starving by the time the fried chicken came out. I way overate, so now that wasn't really within my control, but could I have been prepared better? Should I have just eaten lunch and then just been really careful at this dinner? I don't know. I mean, that probably would have been a better strategy. But anyways, relating this to you guys and my clients and what I've seen, my clients typically, anytime they fall off, it's something like, oh, I was at work and had to stay late and didn't have dinner, and they live an hour away from work, so they had to order food. I mean, had to. I'm sympathizing here. I'm not trying to sound too harsh, but, and I should make myself full screen. Sorry. I don't want to sound too harsh, but did you have to? Or could you learn from that and next time you never have to again? And what would that be? That would be bringing your dinner to work even though you don't think you're going to eat it there. Be prepared. The more prepared you are, the easier it is. Again, that use of the word easy, starting to make sense what he means by this. The easier it is for you to stay on track. That is so key. Be prepared, and that involves meal prepping. Start learning how to meal prep. Start small. It can be noodles and chicken. It can be chicken and rice. Bodybuilder's favorite meal. It can be simple things. Just start with it and then get into more recipes and get into more food logging and stuff. But meal prep. Be prepared with your food. Have easy options to go into the fridge, pull those things out. The anabolic ice cream that I was talking about is a great example. You can have, smoothie or something ready for you in case you need a quick breakfast. If you wake up and you are a breakfast eater and you don't have anything ready, you might feel like you have to stop at McDonald's and you have to get the 2-for-2 garbage that they're selling. Instead of the egg white delight, that's $3.49, which is triple the price of these sandwiches, these egg McMuffins you can get for 800 calories a piece. You have to do these things. All of that goes away if you're prepared. So be prepared. Key takeaway point there.
And things happen to us in our lives, but how well prepared were you for that? Did you plan ahead for that? Okay. In about 30 minutes, I'm going to get really hungry. If I wasn't prepared for that, there's a sub shop, there's a Burger King, there's a McDonald's very close. And if I'm not prepared for that hunger,
so I'm saying
I'm got a lot of work to do. I'm going to be like, screw it. I'm going to get some fast food. I'll be right back at my desk and I can work.
Awesome. End of the video there. This comment's true. Yep, that's true. I hope nothing happens there. Probably not though. Got 2 viewers now. I think I'm safe. But yeah, guys. So there was a lot there. I think the key takeaway and how I'm going to finish this out is his main point, which I am so pleasantly surprised by that. That is awesome. I don't like misinformation being out there on YouTube. That's hurtful to you guys. So his main point, make it as easy as possible on yourself by building habits, by meal prepping, by, being prepared in these various ways. Have your clothes with you on the way home from work so you can stop by the gym. If you have to go home, eat, get your clothes, and you sit down for a second, you're making it harder to make that choice. Willpower runs out. It is fatiguing. It is tiring. Let's make it as easy as possible for us to make the right decisions. And this goes down a huge list of things, but you can start, I'll give you a takeaway, something tangible that you can take. Meal prepping. Focus on meal prepping and keeping track of your calories with those meals that you are prepping. It can be single ingredient foods. That's nice and easy. A cup of rice, 4 ounces of chicken, and, a cup of broccoli. That's, again, a very kind of boring, bland meal. I'm not saying to eat forever like that, but you can start meal prepping with that. You could make chili and have 8 servings of it and have something easy to pull out. I mean, something that tastes really good to me that I really like is chili nachos. I can literally make chili, divide it into 10 portions or whatever, and just have some chips. Again, the chips aren't probably the best choice all the time, but I'm just saying, if I have a craving for something good like Taco Bell, well, I can just pull out some chips, put some chili on there, put some fat-free cheese on. I have a 400 calorie meal instead of $1 burrito being 500 calories. So make this easy on yourself. Start with meal prepping. Start with being prepared. And that is it. That's your takeaway point. If you guys are interested in training, hit me up. If you buy Coach Greg Doucette's cookbook, I give you my first month of training for free. That way you kind of get a free cookbook because I can't give out his cookbook for free. I don't sell his cookbook or anything, but if you do that and you show me that you actually purchased his cookbook, I will give you the first month of my personal training for free. So if you're interested in training, hit me up. And this channel my channel, For Faith Fitness, has been started because I feel God, or it was started years ago because I feel God put that on my heart to start it. I want to help people. I want to help people with weight and their fitness and their health, but I also want to help people with their did I just say faith? I meant I want to help people with weight loss and fitness and health, but I also want to help people in their faith, in their walk with Christ. If you do not know Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior, leave a comment. We'll figure out a way to get on the phone or Zoom or something. And I'll talk to you about following Jesus Christ. He will change your life more than fitness or easy or meal prep or any of that stuff ever will. And so I want to remember this is a ministry. And if you ever need me to help you with that, I will gladly do that as well. Leave anything I can pray for in the comments. Guys, thank you so much. I will see you in the next one. God bless.